And he was here on the program to tell us that in the coming days, there's going to be the Cameroon International Film Festival. And right now, we just want to rediscover the man, the producer, the person who puts together images and sound and characters and talents in a very rare way. This is Agbor Gilbert, and it's the artist on Hello Cameroon.
This is a guy who doesn't build castles in the air. He calls his faith his faith and always tells it like it has to be. His films are great and different. A one-time Fred Amateur apprentice to then do it. I know he is very, very tough when he comes to his job. His name is
Agbor Gilbert is a friend, is a brother, is an accompanier. I like to accompany my colleagues, my friend in the domain of filmmaking. Outside filmmaking, there's not really much. I'm a laid-back person. I'm a playful person. I joke, I laugh, I get angry like every other person. As a film producer, I started as a production assistant on the renowned filmmaker Fred Amateur. I worked my way through quietly, learning. I did what we generally would address as apprentice. I learned the trade the hard way. I didn't have the fancy of going to New York Film Academy, but I went to a film school in Lagos called Princeton Film School in Oshodi. Then I went to Algeria, where I served under a top filmmaker in Algeria. Came back to Cameroon in 2005 when I did my first film, Before the Sunrise. It was at the peak of the Bakassi issue between Cameroon and Nigeria. So I thought, okay, what would be my little contribution to ensure peace between two nations where I am involving? My mom is Nigerian from Cross River State, my father is from Cameroon. So I brought actors from Nigeria and I brought actors from Cameroon, put them together. We did a movie, a team of more like Romeo and Juliet kind of story. Yeah. And the Nigerian consulate at that time, Dr. Goodluck Igali, gave his resident. There was a lot of support from the Nigerian community. And then I did my next movie, The Blues Kingdom, which was about female genital mutilation and breast ironing. Then I did Land of Shadow in Bafoot. Then I did Pink Poison. And my most recent film is Far. Having a production house in Cameroon might just be the most easiest thing because you go and you get an attestation from the delegate of culture. But running a production house is the most difficult thing you can ever think of in Cameroon because the infrastructures in Cameroon are not there. The government is not giving the support which is needed by the filmmakers. What I mean is the Ministry of Arts and Culture should sit with the filmmakers themselves and ask them the way forward, not the other way around. Not they as a government proposing ideas to help us get out of the dilemma we're facing as filmmakers. Because our problem in Cameroon right now is not producing films, because we can produce those films anytime, any day, or the actors are good enough. But the problem in Cameroon is we don't have a means to recover what we invest in the films. The Ministry of Communication encourages piracy in terms of cable network. So the structure to help propel the Cameroonian filmmakers is actually not well defined. My films are a little bit expensive. They're a little bit expensive, but not as expensive as some of the Hollywood and Nollywood and Bollywood films. But when you come to Cameroon, when you look at our country, my films are a little bit expensive. Not more expensive than some Cameroonian films that I know, you know. When I say they're expensive, relying on what we do today, you know, majorities of the Cameroonian films now are being produced between Boya and Bamenda. And most of us will film between 5 million and 10 million. But I film my movies sometimes up to 15 million. And the only film I've done in my life in Cameroon that I recovered the money It's been Before the Sunrise and Blues Kingdom. After that, all the other films, it's just been one struggle to another. So the way forward is for the Ministry of Culture, to sit with the filmmakers who are producing films, who have films in the market. Because you go to Yaoundé, there are a lot of fake filmmakers, people who talk cinema and have never produced one movie that's in distribution, that's in circulation. Because he who has produced a movie, that the movie has gained distribution, will understand the worries I face. Terita Mac, who did The Blanc de Yenga, Ango Elizabeth, who was the president of the Producers Guild, Musing Derek, who's done over 4 films and he has about 3 still in his coffers. He does not even know how to distribute them. So when we are talking, we're talking from a different angle because we have experience.
Sometimes I know these girls will love you, they'll fall on you. Sometimes I want to know if you don't feel tempted to touch.
Well, the best way you can succeed in this business is when you don't mingle with your colleagues. You don't get involved. Acting or filmmaking is very spiritual, and actors are very emotional. So don't mix the two. I don't mix the two.
Give me a square frame of the kind of woman that you like.
A woman is a woman. It just depends on the woman who accepts to be with you and tolerates your shortcoming. My woman is not a superwoman, but she just decides to accept me for who I am, and she tolerates my the fact that I'm a filmmaker, the fact that in my line of business there's a lot of gossip, there's a lot of backbiting. She does not get involved. I think if people should rate themselves, I should call myself a very lucky person for the kind of woman I have in my life, and I really, really appreciate her every day. Hello people, my name is Agbor Gilbert Film. Keep watching Hello and stay tuned to CR TV. There is hope that CR TV is going to start showing Cameroonian films.
Gilbert, you couldn't say that because we have been showing your movies, right? But of course, Agbor Gilbert is a frank shooter. I mean, you get him, you're sure to get exactly what is sitting here in his heart. And sometimes in life, you prefer that, I prefer that to somebody who will talk for 10 hours and you're not sure you're reading his heart. Thank you so much for that moment with you, Agbor Gilbert, and thank you very much, Myra, for being the go-between for that slot this morning. Now, let's talk